I've been a fee-only financial advisor for over 20 years. And during this time, I've literally spoken to thousands of either retirees or soon-to-be retirees. And you know the one thing we all have in common? We all want this next chapter of our lives to be our best. And while advice from a financial advisor is great, what's even better is advice from people that are a couple years ahead of us. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you the most common pieces of advice that retirees tell me they wish they knew before they retired. So let's go for a walk and let's talk about these 7 things. Okay, the very first one is to practice living on your soon-to-be retirement budget before you retire. If you're making if you and your spouse are making $100,000 a year, and you say, you know what, we're going to live on $70,000 or $80,000 a year, or whatever the numbers are, practice doing that before you retire. Because the time to find out that, you know what, maybe that's too thin, and you don't want to live on that type of a budget. The time to do that is before you retire, not after you retire. When you still have a job that you've been in for 5, 10, 20 years, when you still have a job that's paying really good money, it's easier to keep a job like that than it is to find another one, particularly in your mid to late 50s or early 60s. So that's the first piece of advice. Practice living on that budget. And I know it can be hard to do that. But, scale back, do the best that you can, maybe even rent a smaller home for a month and just see what that feels like, particularly if you're in a larger home and you're going to scale back or move to an apartment complex. Maybe you can Airbnb that for a month ahead of time and practice it. Also, if you're planning on relocating, Florida, Arizona, California are popular places to relocate once you retire. Maybe you can do a mini retirement. Maybe you can get 30 days where you can work remotely and you can practice living from there. So number one piece of advice, try before you buy on your retirement lifestyle. Okay, number 2 is to avoid the 4 most dangerous words for soon-to-be retirees. And that is just one more year. Oftentimes after we've been in the job for a long period of time, the company knows they can depend on us. They want us to stay one more year, and you know what? They can make it really attractive to do that. But you want to be careful because this is the youth of your senior years, and you're never going to be younger and healthier, likely, than what you are right now. So guard those years carefully. I'm not telling you not to do one more year, but make sure one more year doesn't become 2, 3, 4, or 5. Remember, if you're 60 years old, you likely have less than 1,000 weeks of healthy active time remaining. So guard those years carefully. Okay, number 3 is make sure you and your spouse are on the same page. And there's a couple items, you and your partner, you and your spouse, there's a couple items that are particularly important. One of them is how you're going to spend your time. I can tell you, my wife, she married me for better or worse, but she didn't marry me for 24/7. And she's a very independent woman, and good for her, she's made that clear. So when my time comes, it's not that Linda and I are going to be spending, every day, all day together. And that's us. Everybody's different. But make sure you're on the same page with your spouse on that. Also, location. I talked about that earlier. If you're thinking about moving to another state, make sure this is something that you're both excited about doing, because that can be a big relationship disruptor if one of you wants to move and the other one doesn't. Try to get on the same page before you retire. Okay, number 4, super important. Take care of your health. Once your health is gone, retirement is going to be a lot of fun for us, but once our health is gone, it's going to be a lot less fun, right? Our job, once our health is lost, is just to stay as healthy as we can, and in some cases our job is to stay alive. That doesn't sound like a fun retirement for me. So let's be as preventative and as proactive as we can. keeping our health, right? Work out, invest in a gym membership if that helps you, invest in cooking healthy food, both the time and the money, but just take care of yourself. We're gonna have a lot more time in retirement, and in the first year, it's gonna feel like we have a ton of more time. Later, it's gonna feel like we have no free time. So make sure that health is a priority for you. Okay, number 5, and this is the stealer of joy. So I think it's super critical, and that is don't compare yourself to other retirees. You know, there's always somebody that is going to have more materialistic things, is maybe on the surface going to look like they have a better retirement than you. But that's the quickest way to steal joy. Like, let's be grateful for what we have. We did the best that we can, and let's enjoy what we have as opposed to comparing. I can tell you, I used to live in the Bay Area, and I had a friend of mine that had done very well, and he owned a corporate jet, which was super impressive to me. And I was sharing with him, you know, just how much I admired his jet and how much fun that must be for him and his family. And what he shared is, yeah, but my jet can't go nonstop to Europe like so-and-so's jet can, right? So even at his level, the person that had won at the highest level, even at his level, he was comparing, and that was keeping him from enjoying the very nice life that he had. And you know what? We all have a very nice life. So let's not let the satisfaction of that nice life be diminished by comparing to other people. Okay, number 6, super important, and that is to stay connected. You know, a lot of us have our friends through work, and they're good friends and they're real friends, but the reality is we share a common mission. We share oftentimes a location. We share a vernacular and a vocabulary, and maybe we both dislike, you know, the same person in the office, so we have a, quote, common enemy there, and we have different activities that we enjoy doing. But once you're out of that circle, I hate to tell you, but you know this, you're likely going to lose some of your best friends. They're still going to be friends, but you're not going to spend as much time with them. So developing new relationships is key. I urge you to invest time and effort early in your retirement to make new friends. It's going to make a big, big difference. Okay, stick around, because I fibbed. I said I have 7. I actually have a bonus, and the bonus one is super important, so stick around. Okay, number 7, if you still have a couple years till retirement, keep saving. Keep doing what you can to build up that nest egg while you can. Save for your future self, and that's a lot of retirees tell me they wish that they had saved a little bit more. They wish they had invested a little bit more. Maybe they were too conservative early on when they still had a long time horizon. So if you have time, try to save as much as you can. And remember, it's not enough to save. You also have to invest your money. Okay, and the bonus one is act now. You know, don't wait. This is the youth of your senior years, and you want to act now while you still can. And you also want to retire as soon as you can when it's right for you. And that's what this video up here is all about. 5 reasons to retire as soon as you can. It's got almost 1 million views. It's one of my most popular videos. I'll see you in there. Thanks for watching this one. Bye-bye.